that's a sight you like to see. When the engine hoist is tucked away and all wrapped up and empty, that can only mean the engine's gone. No, the engine's in the car. It is in the car. It's solid in the car. Like, it's a lot more solid than it was when I took the old one out because the old engine mounts were shot. So that'll help drastically as well. I've got these just hanging right now because I gotta sort out which side goes to which. They're just the grounding straps from the engine to the body, and so I gotta figure out which side is which because they're not marked. They look similar, but they're not marked, so I'm gonna figure out which side goes to where. I've got the power steering pump on. I've got the oil cooler lines on. I need to drain whatever oil's in the engine right now, and put in some fresh, just 530 synthetic. But I'm waiting on that just yet until I'm a little bit further along. I'll probably drain the oil and put the new drain plug on that I've picked up. You might notice I've got a welding blanket to go over the engine. That is because I need to do a little bit of grinding on the hood so I can access the washer nozzle so I can put hose on. I should be able to reuse some of the OEM, but I need to be able to access this to put the hose on it. So that's why that's like that. And I'll be cutting in like down here a little, like just zipping in on this side, and this side I gotta go this way a little bit to kind of be able to access it. But that's just so I have some semblance of streetcar life stuff. Other than that, there's the exhaust to be done. I have to do some cleaning and some grinding on that, and then some welds need to be repaired, and then it's good. The turbo, the piping goes from driver's side. It's so hard because this is upside down, or it's not upside down, it's underneath the car. So it goes from driver's side and comes under the engine, between the engine and the transmission, and there's the passenger side, and then it comes up and meets up with the turbo there. And then this is just the turbo downpipe. And this, I can't do any other cooling line stuff. I'll probably put on like the little rad hose and stuff just because it's kind of in that convoluted area. But the downpipe off the turbo has to slot in straight this way. So when the rad's here, it's just in the way. So I might throw the lower rad support on. I don't believe I will be getting the intercooler on this spring. And that's mostly because I need a whole bunch of 90s. And I want to do it properly. So it's definitely... I am figuring it out how many I need, because I don't want to order... I don't want to order too many. Well, too many is okay because then I can put them wherever. But not enough is worse, because then if I don't have enough, then I have to sort everything else out. I also need to figure out the charge pipe from the turbo to the intercooler. So I need to do a bunch of that stuff too yet. And figure out exact sizes and everything else. But I have an idea. I'm trying to figure out for clamps, like a P-type clamp to hold the intercooler piping to here. This might get, well, not here because this is where the upper rad support braces go. They go here, but I might attach something here to here in a way just to kind of help support, just to have something that I can put in for support for the intercooler piping. I need to make a shield just because this is actually exposed beside the, I'll see if I have a picture, I'll show it. The filter's actually exposed beside the the fog light, so I want to make sure that there's just a bit of a shield that comes out this way, or fall over, that comes over this way just enough to kind of help protect it. So I got to measure all that up. I'll probably measure it out of the cheap stuff I've got and then get something a little bit thicker just to be on the safe side. It'll just go into here. It's not structural, it's just kind of a... because puncturing your oil filter is a bad time. So I want to prevent that from happening. And then I'll paint it black, and I'll probably round it in a way so that it kind of directs air to the rad. That'll probably be like a later rendition of it. The beginning will be a cheap, just kind of a, this is here to protect the oil filter so it doesn't take rocks through it and lose oil pressure and lose an engine, because that would suck. Other than that, until the exhaust is done, everything's pretty much waiting on the exhaust. So I have to come out later and I'll be doing some grinding. I'll make up an episode of me you can just watch me grinding and cleaning stuff down, and doing the little bit of grinding that I got to do on there, so I can get all that done, sorted out, and taken care of, so that I can get that stuff welded, painted, wrapped, sealed, and installed, because once that's done, then it's everything else. There's about 1,000 other little things that I can still sort out before I get that, like while I'm waiting on that. So if that's got to take a week or so, it won't, like the welding that needs to be done isn't big, so it's not a huge deal. It's just the painting, and then the paint needs to dry, and then the wrapping, and the wrap needs to dry, and then the sealing, and so it's just it's a process. And I still need to get a idler pulley, and then I'll figure out all the other wiring. I've got the wiring harness here. It's all cleaned up, as I showed you last time. It's all cleaned up with what I needed to have done. So it's good to go. There's little ground straps I gotta do that go from the engine to the body that I need to sort out which one goes to which side, and where everything attaches. I think it even goes down to the subframe. So yeah, it's intense. So there will be stuff like that to be done. So there is some episodes of assembly which will be coming out, and they'll probably be like a week. They'll probably come out on like a weekly basis. This next week I'll do a bunch of stuff out here. There'll be some cleaning and some grinding and stuff like that, and probably some sorting out some other wiring while I'm out here, as long as it doesn't drop to like minus 50 something, because the little heater that's out here doesn't really help. It basically makes a cold air just blow around. So we'll see how much I can get done doing that. And yeah, we should be good. I need to double check, make sure that my transmission cable is still attached. I don't think I pulled it off. I hope I didn't pull it off, but I'll double check that now that I thought about it. And yeah, there is a lot more coming. Like I said, I'll show you the grinding for that and getting it ready. The one piece is ground down, ready to go. It just needs to be welded. This one just needs to be ground down for welding. It's not going to be super pretty. It just needs to be cleaned up so I can wrap it a bit better, and there are some holes, so I'm going to clean up those. So that'll be it for this episode. Like I said, there'll be more coming. I don't know when I'm actually going to put this one up, but the videos that are going to be coming up are going to be behind what's actually happening. So it's probably going to be like about a week's difference between stuff that's happened and when the video goes live. So we're just coming into March now. I'm recording this on February 28th. I probably have this come out end of the first week of March. And then, yeah, I'm just going to hammer through and get a bunch of stuff done that needs to be done. And we'll get, I hope I've got this thing ready to go by spring. I definitely want to be ready for April 17th. I made arrangements, bit of an arrangement that I want to take it to go on like a 600 kilometer drive with it. So I'm definitely pushing to make sure I've got it ready for that. It's just a bunch of small piddly stuff now. That's all it is. It's just the small piddly stuff and getting it all sorted out and figured out, and then running. So we will get it to that point. I probably got to dig out some of my old intake stuff, because I won't be putting the intercooler on this time. So I got to use some of the old stuff and I'll get that cleaned up and rewelded and whatnot as well. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you in the next video.